What's up guys, my name is Adapt and welcome to another squad builder on this channel. So you guys have been extremely enjoying the squad builders on this channel, so why not bring you guys another one for this week's weekend league. Hopefully I'm planning to come back with a bang and actually do something this weekend league. Managed to get elite for you guys, and if you guys didn't see my pack opening video, well, I'm kind of recording both of these videos on the same day, so you may not have seen it or you may have seen it. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, but you need to watch that video guys if it's out, or maybe I upload it a day after I upload this, but yeah, you need to see that video if I have uploaded it by now, but if I haven't, then stay tuned for that. So guys, we are getting into the squad builder. So first of all, we have Jack Butland in goal. Now I bought him for 1.9k. He's the cheap De Gea. Like, he's maybe even better than De Gea at times. There's nothing much to say. Everyone in the community literally says it for me. This guy, he's unreal. If you haven't heard about him, you've probably been living under a rock for the last year, and you guys need to get him. Just get him guys. I've got nothing else to say. He is so good. He's done so much for me. I've included him in so many squad builders, and people have been pumping him into their squad builders all around YouTube. So now into the right back position, we have ourselves Kyle Walker. So if you guys want to get yourselves the upgraded version, go and get him, but I don't really think the upgraded version for me offers more than the original version, and I'm getting him for what, 12k less. So I'm paying the same amount for the same player, and I don't really see much difference in game between the two. This Kyle Walker is already ridiculous enough, and that's literally all I need to stop attackers from scoring. So in 15 games he scored 0 goals, 0 assists, but that's not really his job. I just want him helping out my centre backs and help me defend. So now in centre back we have the pairing of Chris Smalling, and we also have Eric Bailly. Now these guys, they're literally just partners. Like, in every squad they get a green link. The Man U defense is extremely common in this FIFA, just cheap and sweaty. Chris Smalling, people have bigged him up as one of the best, if not the best centre backs in this game, and he lives up to that reputation. Absolutely flawless on the pitch guys. He does so much to help you, and if you know what you're doing in defense, you should not have a problem with Chris Smalling. So now we've got Eric Bailly. Now Eric Bailly just supports Chris Smalling. He's also got that pace, so sometimes Chris Smalling may not be able to catch up to the quickest attackers, but then you've got Eric Bailly who can actually sprint back and actually help you out, catch up with the attackers, pull them back a bit, pull on their shirt a bit, and he can get the ball for himself as well, and also help his other teammate Smalling get back and tackle your opposition. So that's why we've got them three in defense. Now onto our left back, we have ourselves Luke Shaw. I managed to get him for 2.3k. He's played 15 games for me guys, and I've tried him out so many times. I've bought him and sold him so many times. Luke Shaw, he's just a god. He may not be the quickest, 82 pace. People are just like, you need pace on fullbacks, that's extremely essential. But in this guy's case, he's so like, he is so tall, and his physique is literally like stocky, so he's just outmuscles people, and he's just a beast. Like, overall I can't say much more about him. You just guys need to get him. Like, this defense is unstoppable, and so is the keeper. So now in CDM we have ourselves Moussa Dembele. So if you want to go for the more expensive version of cards, you can get Dembele. I think he's got a inform or something, don't quote me on that one, or an SBC card, but I'm not quite sure. But Dembele's a god. Also, if you don't want to get Dembele, you can also get yourself a Yaya Toure. So the reason why I got Dembele in there is because he's cheaper, and like with players like Yaya Toure and Dembele, I don't really see any difference. He's got their medium work rates, he's got decent pace for his position, and he's 6'1". He's got 4 assists for me, and the most important thing I'm looking for a centre defensive mid is to stay back, because there's certain centre defensive mids who like to push up the pitch and they find themselves in the wrong position at the wrong time, and the center CDM role, it can leave your defense open, because what your CDM does, he basically protects your other players, he protects your defense, and if he's not in position, then you're gonna have a problem. So now, our two center mids, we have N'Golo Kante. Now he's got an upgrade version, he's got a 83 card, and he's also got an 81 card. Now I simply have his 81 card because I don't really, well, the upgrade version and normal version, I don't really see much difference between the two, and the normal version is much cheaper. In 15 games, he scored 1 goal and he's got 4 assists, but this guy, he's an absolute workhorse on the pitch. Medium high work rates, he's literally like your Vidal, your Modric. He runs around the pitch non-stop. He's also like getting at players' heels at all times. He's literally, as soon as someone passes it, he runs at the speed of lightning. If you haven't got Kante and you haven't tried him out, you guys are simply missing out. Now in this centre mid role, if you guys played FIFA back in the day, if you were into competitive FIFA a couple of years ago, you guys would have seen people using Rooney in the centre mid position. That's because he's got decent pace, he's got the physical presence, and he's also got an amazing shot. So anytime you want to, like, you're outside the box, do not be afraid to take a shot with Rooney. That's simply why I've got him here. People use Suarez, they use Rooney in centre mid, and they use Karim Benzema. Players like that who are kind of have got a good physical presence and have also got a good shot on them. So that is what you really need, and that's why I've got Rooney there. Now into the interesting part. This is where all the coins are pumped into. So now in cam we have Pogba. Now I bought him for 457k, guys. That is a lot of money to spend on one player, and the hype around him this year has been absolutely immense, but he does not live down to that expectation. He's just so good. He lives up to your expectations of him, and when I was getting him, I was kind of, you know, hesitant on getting him, but now that I've got him, I'm extremely happy I made that investment, because the hype about him, around him this game, it's no joke, guys. This guy is an absolute tank. He's an absolute workhorse on the pitch. He'll get up and down for you. He will literally put his all out on the pitch for you, and he is versatile. That's what you're kind of looking for in a player. You want a player who can supply for you in several ways, because they are the best players, literally, like your Hullits, your Pogbas. Literally Pogba, you guys have to get him if you haven't got him. 15 games, he scored 12 goals, got 5 assists. He's also 6'3", and his 5-star skill moves, they help out a lot, guys. He can do the scoop turn extremely quickly. He can also give you guys variation. He can do a Berber spin, and he can do every skill move in the game. That's why he's a 5-star skiller. Now up top, we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So many people doubted him this year, simply because he's got that 4-star skill moves. Back in the day he had 5-star skill moves, but at the first, like, when I bought him, I was a bit like, is he really worth it? 375k, I can go and get myself an Aguero. After playing with him, I'd probably still go and get Aguero, but I really wanted to try him out to see if he was good this year. And guys, it takes a couple of games to get used to him, and against the amazing opponents, the opponents who don't let you get any one-on-ones, I wouldn't recommend Ibrahimovic for you guys, because he's not quick enough, simply. If you're playing a player who's similar to your skill level, you need that bit of pace to literally blitz defenders when, like, your opposition can't do anything about it. But with Ibra, it's literally like he gets caught slacking because he's too slow. But guys, after using him after a couple of games, I kind of got used to him. So if you're a player who likes to run down the wings, cross it in, or maybe it likes to pump that LT button to shield the ball, wait for your other attackers to get around. If you have a player like Sanchez up there with him, small agile players, small agile quick players with him, you can literally hold LT and then pass the ball to one of your players, make a goal or something. But Ibrahimovic, he can be good at times. He was good, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, later on when I used him, he did score goals, but he was my penalty taker. That's why his goals are a bit more than they should be. But Ibra, he's the right player for some people. If you play like me, then you're not probably going to use Ibra. Well, you're not going to be able to use Ibra to his full potential. I'd much recommend you guys go and get yourselves an Aguero. So on to our last player. This is my favorite striker in the game, guys. I'm not going to lie. You got Griezmann and Aguero. They're both my favorite strikers in this game, and that's for a reason. He only cost me 133k. His left foot is immense, guys. His long shots outside the box, if you get the ball on target, they're going in like 9 times out of 10. Griezmann is just ridiculous. It doesn't feel like he's got 86 pace in game. He feels much quicker. He's so agile and he can like move past defenders in such a swift motion. You need to buy him if you haven't got him, guys, because if you haven't got Griezmann, you're missing out. Even the pros, even the other YouTubers, they've praised this guy and he lives up to that praise. He's just so good. Just go and get him, guys. The 3-star weak foot, it can be a bit of a problem at times, but with Griezmann, he's just so good that I don't even care about it. Like, how he compensates on the pitch, like, no one can do it better than him. Absolutely no one, and I'm sure of that. And he's got the high medium work rates, which aren't too big of a deal, but if you want your players to stay back, if you want them to defend, then Griezmann will go and do that. So guys, this is the squad. I'm going to get into the gameplay. We'll actually prove what these guys can do in game. So guys, I will see you guys in the gameplay. So guys, going into game number 1, and we actually go into seasons, guys. I'm not gonna go into daily knockout tournaments with these squads, especially a squad of this caliber, simply because going into daily knockout tournaments, you're not kind of playing the people at the higher level, and playing people at the highest level, well, Division 1 is the closest I can literally get to actually playing someone in Foot Champions. And I want to show you guys what this team can actually do in Foot Champions. So this is the closest that comes to it. So we go into seasons and we are absolutely tearing people apart. The Griezmann and Ibrahimovic combo is working a lot, and Pogba is supplying my players up front a lot. You see Griezmann getting through a lot, and Rooney actually manages to find his way through here, and that's what he offers you. Amazing finishing. He's absolutely clinical in front of goal, and he can play in that midfield position, and you're not scared to take a long shot with him outside the box. And that's what this team kind of offered me, variety, where I can literally do loads of things from different angles, because in Foot Champions you may not have like loads of chances. You're not going to get loads of chances. You might need a lucky bounce, a lucky goal, something like that to get 40 out of 40, to get 39 out of 40, really to get into that top 100 category. Because the people who finish in top 100, they're not only great players, they also have to get some bounces which go their way. But that's kind of how FIFA is. You have to really just accept that. So going from goalkeeper to striker, I'm really going to try and dissect this team for you guys. So in goal we have Butland. So Butland, he is, well, you get kind of what you pay for. He is the cheap option for you guys in the BPL, and he's a safe option. You know what you're going to get from him, and you know how good he is and how overpowered he is. So Butland, he's kind of the same for everyone. He's literally, it's like playing against another defender. That's what many of the other players say, and he can be frustrating to play against at times. That's why I've got him in my squad. So our defense, literally Butland wasn't really tested much because my defense was so solid. We had Smalling, we had Bailly, I believe. Both of them, they worked extremely well together to stop any attacks, and we did concede a few goals, but for most part my defense was solid. And we also had Kyle Walker in the right back position, and we had Luke Shaw in the left back position. They both were amazing players. They're both safe options to use in the Foot Champions, and I believe you guys can go far with this squad in Foot Champions. If you're really just, you don't even have to be the best at this game to get elite. You just need to put in the effort and have some knowledge of the mechanics of this game. And with this team, literally, there shouldn't be any excuses for doing bad. As you guys see, Ibra right there, he manages to score some weird goal. So Ibra, he kind of grew on me. Like, just look at that goal. A cheeky back heel there. And there was a goal scored similar to that in the regionals. I think the America regionals. I can't remember who scored it, but it was an amazing goal just like that. And Ibra, the more I played him, the more he grew on me. It took some time to adapt to him because it was my first time actually using Ibra in this game. And eventually I got the hang of him, but I'd much rather use Aguero because in Foot Champions, Ibra is just lacking that pace. I'd probably use him in a midfield position because he's got all the stats for the right, for a good midfielder. He's kind of just a balanced player, and he's just got a big physique, so you can't push him off the ball. In aerial battles, he's gonna win them 9 out of 10 times. No one's going to beat Ibra to a header unless you're someone, I don't know, someone like Peter Crouch or something who's ridiculously tall. So from CDM, we've got Dembele. Dembele, solid CDM. And then our 2 centre mids, we have Kante and Rooney. Both of them were amazing. Kante is a god. I've also got his ones to watch card now. I'll bring you guys another squad builder with that ones to watch card. And Kante, if you guys haven't tried him out, you guys are missing out. This video is kind of coming to an end now, so quickly I'm going to go through the final 3. So we've got Pogba. So Pogba, he's just versatile. You can play him anywhere in the midfield. You can also get away with playing him up front in the false 4-3-3 false 9. Pogba's 5-star skills, his agility is top class, guys. If you guys haven't got Pogba, he's worth the coins. I didn't think he was worth the coins at the beginning, but now that I've tried him, he is absolutely immense. Griezmann, probably one of my favourite strikers in this game, if not my favourite. He's just so good. He's just your go-to striker, and he's also clinical. He can do everything on the pitch for me. And then to Ibra, I'm not really going to use him in Foot Champs in the striker position, but if you partner him up with someone else, then that's where Ibra is the most effective. And the more you use him, and the more, it kind of depends on your playing style, to be honest with you guys. Because if you've got a more direct playing style when you're just running down the wings and crossing it in, then Ibra's your guy. If you like to hold LT a lot and wait for other players to make runs, then Ibra's your guy. But if you're that kind of guy who plays down the middle and relies solely on pace to beat defenders, Ibra's not your guy. So that's it for the analysis, the gameplay. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.